this kind of moves quite nicely into obviously being dads. Yeah, obviously lockdown babies and that now.
Yeah, lockdown babies.
Like, it's probably something we should touch on. Like, what did you expect? Like, 'cause it's not something you ever really ask a bloke. Blokes normally get left alone. Blokes normally get left alone with the baby. So it's like, because rightly so, it's all on the mum. Like they do the main bulk of that early doors. You know what I mean? Big up to the mums, probably get absolutely nailed here. But as blokes, it's like,
listen, I couldn't do a mum's job.
Nah.
You know, I honestly believe...
I was happy. I'm going back to work in a bit, Cocker.
I honestly believe women have roles, men have roles. It's just the way it is, right? The
women are fucking
savages,
ruthless,
either
mate.
way.
Honestly.
Mums are savages, and let's be honest. But you know, at the same time, a dad's role is important.
Yeah.
It's important, and our role is different. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, what was I? Was I scared? Was I not? What was I expecting? I knew I've always wanted to be a dad. Of course, I've always been.
We're going birth. We're going there. Childbirth. What did you expect, Paul? What did you expect coming? Madness.
Well, for a start, I knew I wanted a family, right? So let's, you know, that's good. And then. Yeah, so the childbirth. It depends how the pregnancy was great.
Yeah.
For me. I don't know about that.
Chilling.
I weren't carrying the baby, but it was in lockdown. And actually, because of the lockdown scenario, I spent a lot of time with Sam when she was pregnant. So we got to spend, I don't know,
it's an unusual amount of time, really, because you're not in a working environment.
Well, I don't even know what dads get off now. Is it a week or two?
It's 2 weeks. I
think.
A
dad might get 2 weeks off. I'd like 4 months, 5, 6. Well, I don't even know. Was it even 6 months?
It might have been longer, yeah, because you were right in that catch, weren't you?
6 months of Sam being pregnant where we weren't working, so I spent a lot of time with Sam. We did a lot of walking, etc., etc. So during that pregnancy phase, I spent a lot of time almost like creating the family, being at home, because there's nothing else we could do, right?
We were literally online coaching for a bit, and then
online coaching, running around the river a bit, and then obviously the day, mate. I'm not a worrier, right? I consider myself to be fairly tough.
Sam says different on this day.
But that day, listen, I'm telling you now, the people they do this all the right. The nurses, the doctors, they do this all day, every day, mate. I was questioning everything.
Because he knows so much about delivering babies.
Because I know all this stuff, which I definitely don't know a thing, right? I'm saying to the doctors, why is that doing that? And it was the contractions.
Yeah.
And they're just like, it's just fobbing me off. And then Sam would get in pain. I'm like, how long is this going to last for? I must, honestly,
You're hurting her. What's going on here?
I must have done it already. I'm like, right, can you tell me what's happening now then? And then there was a couple of really good doctors and they came in, because I think Sam's labour was a good few hours anyway. One of the doctors said, is everything all right? Do you need to ask me any questions? I said, well, I do actually have to ask you lots of questions. I was like, how long have you got? And I just right, why is this happening? No. When are we expecting it? And I just went bang, 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 bang.
I want to know the exact time, please, Pop.
Listen,
what's going on?
And I just went in on it. And the woman was great. She's obviously dealt with people like me before, right? So then anyway, you know how it goes, the contractions start getting faster or whatever. And anyway, there was actually a time in the room where they wanted to go in with the
man
diggers.
said no.
They wanted to go in with the knives and
tools
forks.
and that.
The tools, you know, to get her out. Because
listen, big man, you ain't got that.
I said to her, Sam,
it's not looking good,
they were peeling off these big fucking things, right, to pull baby out, yeah? I said to her, Sam, they're coming in with the knives and forks, mate. I said, you better push. Because I had this thing in my mind.
Just imagine the intensity of this, though. Sam's there trying to... You fucking better push.
She got me in an headlock. Big headlock. Bosh, like that. Freya came, right? So she managed to get the job done. I was like,
that's pretty much on you, innit? If you think about it, it's basically your work. Well done.
I basically did that. I delivered the baby. I had this thing in my mind that if they had to come in with the tools, it would damage Freya. I was so...
hell-bent on that image in your head. Yeah.
I was so protective. It's almost like your instincts just heighten to another level when it's your baby. And I think as well, because it's a girl, it's like even more, even more protective. And I was like, you cannot go in there and get her out with these tools. What if you nip her? What if something goes wrong? Obviously, getting the baby out is the most...
It's mad how many babies they deliver
all day,
on daily
with these tools.
Seen.
And I was like, you're not doing it. Anyway, it was heavy. Freya came, and it was a beautiful day.
I get nailed on mine. Right, so day came, driving home from here. Oh, I've gone, right, buzzing, rushing home for some reason, because that's not how it works. It's a fair bit of time after that. It's not a film. And she was basically, I'm feeling it a bit, but you do your work. And now the logical thing is, nah, babe, no check-ins. I'm going to chill with you all day. I went in the office and did my check-ins and that, because coaching and that. Yeah. But then the downstairs all could hear, like, the farmyard came a little bit.
Oh,
But
yeah?
sweet though.
Oh, yeah?
But we were going over to a place in Salford for the baby. Went over there, so drove to Salford from Standish. It's a bit of a mooch. Yeah, nice one. Drove there, no one in. She says, computer says, no mate, you're not ready. Go back to Standish. Went back to Standish. More, what was it? I think she had pineapple in the bath. All of a sudden, things changed. She started spewed in the bath. All of them got. Before this, I'd actually fallen asleep on the bathroom floor. Wait, because I was tired, mate. You know what I mean? So it's a busy day of coaching and that.
It's tough watching.
She's having contractions, but I was asleep on the bathroom floor, snug as, because the radiator was on, it was bad boy. Anyway, eventually comes round, we get her back in, we get over to Salford again. Like, Em's like, this baby's coming. Get there, yeah, you've got 1 centimetre, centibet. Got sent off. As she stood up, and we've joked about it, saying it is like, honestly, the maddest noise ever. She like out a war cry. And she was like, yeah, you're fine, you're going to have to go to Bolton. And then was like, no, things have changed. Anyway, they binned us off, we got in the car, drove to Bolton, so I'm driving down, the end of the East Lancs, down all the way down the M6, whatever, M6 or 2, whatever it is. Like that, just absolutely shitting myself, because like, she's honestly next to me. She won't be asked what I'm saying, in a dressing gown, pretty much, nothing else on. I've done her hair. And if you've seen me do Rosie's hair, I get M to do Rosie's hair a lot. Yeah, I'm not great. She had a pineapple stuck like that with a little bit of sick in. So we're bombing it down the motorway, gets there, and I'm literally like crawling her in, trying to cover her up, because she's pretty much naked in the car park here with a dressing gown on. And I'm not chuffed. Walked in, this woman's like, listen, you're in here. And I'm like, are we fucked? They've said to go to this ward. I am walking to the ward. I'm not going in there. I've been told to go there. Don't mess me about. Yeah. You work here, but you don't know. Yeah? I know where I'm going. Walked down a completely closed ward, because it was still COVID time. So we were proper, it was like, luckily I got away, I could get in, no mask, nothing, I was sweet getting in. Walked down a closed ward, then she's like, you've said, Em started kicking off with me. Dragged her back now, she said, honestly love, you're in here. I'm like, we're fucking not, we're upstairs, I'm telling you. I got upstairs, lay down on the bed, and that one said, you ready? She's like, fucking knew it. Ready? I fucking knew it. But it turns out it was actually Em's neighbour, and she had to get swapped over. So we then got tucked downstairs again, got to the suite, and then it was getting to the stage where it was like, she's nearly here, like Rosie's nearly here, etc. Like buzzing. I was like, oh shit, right, I've left all your clothes, all the stuff in the car. And I was like, she's like, fucking get it then. So I basically had a window to run to the car, went and got all the stuff, and as I come in, I was like, wow, madness, wrong end. So basically I had to do the main bit. I had to support Em. Like, I'm the reason, like, obviously everything came together. Like you with the never thought, mate, like you delivered the baby. So the midwife's like, yeah, hold her leg. Hold her leg. So I'm pretty much at the business end of things now. So I'm pretty much delivering the baby. And I'll always say that to this day. I've got a leg, I'm like,
Why are you holding a leg?
I've kind of got Em like this. Em's kind of like biting my chest with her eyes closed, just letting out war cries. And I'm not going to lie, lad, my arm was fucked. So I actually said, like the bicep pump was, I actually said, can you grab hold of her leg?
You didn't!
I got nails for it off there. So I kept hold of the leg. Because I was like, oh, my arm's fucking killing me, babe. She's just biting my chest going, shut up.
What, your arm's hurting, is it? And you're like...
Yeah, and then to be fair, it was pretty sick. Like, obviously Rosie then came and it's just all absolute madness, innit?
Chaos.
And you kind of stand there and just go...
Oh, mate. It was the best. It's the best feeling, innit?
Yeah, sick.
It's such an unbelievable feeling getting that. We had a deal.
What was the deal?
You ain't looking down there. You ain't going to that end.
I've seen everything, Paul.
Nothing. It's devastating.
It's not.
What?
It's nature, bro.
No, I get it's nature. But
it's honestly, it's the most like mad, impressive thing. Like it's unbelievable.
It's crazy, innit?
It is unbelievable.
When Frey came out, I was like,
Thing is, I've not really held a baby before.
Yeah,
like,
mate, I was a bit like that. I'll just wait for my own. I'll wait for my own.
To be fair, I think the first baby I probably held was Freya. Because none of my mates have had babies.
Yeah.
I've not really been around babies in families, and I probably had Emily's cousin, but that was it. Yeah. So I was like...
Right, it's an unbelievable feeling, isn't it? It's an absolutely unbelievable feeling. And then you get home, and then that's when you got to figure everything out. And you know what? My advice, not that it's worth much, do it your way.
Yeah.
Just do it your way and have somebody reliable that's calm that you can ask for certain bits of advice. Because everybody tries to chuck their 2p in, right? You just got to figure things out by yourself. When midwives start coming around and all your mates and that, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do that. We just went, shut
Is she sound? Yeah.
We were just like, we're doing it our way. We're doing it our way.
Yeah.
And then that's when the madness starts, and you have to figure things out.
That's when we go back to work and they have to deal with a lot of stuff.
They do the
that is where it's mad, because you're coming on buzzing saying they're absolutely spent.
Now Freya's 3 and obviously Rosie's 2 and a half. Now the girls at this age, I look back at them earlier times and go, that was easier than it is now.
Oh yeah.
Because they just sleep and eat, drink milk, and they just sleep, and
it's just
changing.
It's just a bigger routine.
Yeah.
There's more stuff to do, as in routine.
But
now it's chaos.
I'm sure Freya's next door swinging off ropes and that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? She's causing chaos next door.
What did we have on Wednesday? We had them 2 running around after each. Rose 2 just sat, just going buzzing, and then all of a sudden, obviously I'm potty training at the moment with Rosie.
Yeah.
Massive nugget chilling. Yeah. He walks into absolute chaos and saw me just going, poo on knees and that. It is what it is. But it is. I'm not.
This is the life.
Listen, I'm not even asked.
Yeah.
Like,
no one's bothered.
Any of it, like, It's like, it's yours. You're like, I'm not bothered. Poo on the finger, sin a bit. Who cares?
Not bothered at all.
Do you know what I mean? But like, I think struggle-wise, I wouldn't say struggle's the word, because I enjoy every bit of spending time with Rosie and obviously like helping her as much as we can. Like, I don't even remember any times where it's been hard, because you don't.
No.
You only focus on, which is majority of the time, is funny as fuck.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely mental all the time.
I don't struggle one bit, not even the slightest bit, because I want to be a dad. I want to get. We both are, aren't we? We're so involved.
I think as men though, we probably don't see the struggling moments, because naturally I were back at work, you were back at work. Yeah. They were at home all day with the kids. I get that must be hard.
If we had
same walls all day,
and Sam on you, they'd be able to tell you the really tough bits.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, there is tough bits to it, but it's like it's just part and parcel of it. It's just the way it is. There's times when you don't sleep much. There's times when they're crying and they're not stopping, but it's just like, it's your daughter.
When she was tiny,
sort her out.
Em went out, so I'm going out. I went, right, buzzing. And I remember sitting in the front room just going, right, she's asleep. Stay asleep.
Yeah.
Don't like
just stay
chill.
asleep.
Let's not have any issues now. Why
out. All them thoughts and feelings.
All that kind of stuff at the start. It's like, fuck me, baby.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I'm out my depth.
Yeah, for sure.
And there is moments where like, and I say it to Em and she's like, I've not a fucking clue either.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet,
That's
there, buzzing.
What's great about it.
Yeah, I'm sweet then, alright, buzzing.
That's what's great about it. You
realise how robust they are. Like, they're absolutely mad. When they're so little as well, like, so robust, and you're so like gentle and like, you pick them up now. I swing Rosie about also. You just grab them and like, it's just mad. Like,
the tough bits now are the tantrums when you, like Freya at times, mate, she's going through this phase like, estrogen and hormones and brain development is just going mad. It's like rockets just going bang, bang, bang at the moment. So 1 minute, she said it today. She was buzzing in here. Right, darling, let's get in the car, get your seatbelt on. She'll do it all herself now, yeah? Right, get your seatbelt on. She goes, no.
No thanks.
Take my time, chill. Go on, darling, okay, do you want to drive the car? She sits on my knee and we mooch about, right on the car park, me. Right, now get in your seat now, yeah. Well, don't want to. All of a sudden, burst into tears. I don't want to go. And she was absolute meltdown. I'm just like, come on, mate. It gets to a point, it's like, no, I actually want to go now. Like, the patience is running quite slim now. It's like,
I can feel it.
Car.
Freya, in.
And I'm like, seatbelt now. And she's just not having it. In tears, no. I need to try a few bribery techniques, Yeah. Try and go through the list of bribes.
They don't work.
None of that worked. She's basically going, do one, Dad. So there's times like that now at these ages. And do you know what? You accept it as a father that each stage, every single year, there's going to be a different thing. Imagine when they're 15 and 16, how much shit's going to be like. It's going to be crazy.
I think we spoke about this today. Like, I'm dreading that. That's going to be absolute chaos.
You know, the thing is though, like, I
Not
feel,
dreading it. I think just, yeah.
I feel like because we're so involved though, like, I honestly feel like Freya's my best mate. Do you know what I mean? She sees me as, obviously it's dad, and I want it to be like the superhero, the typical thing.
It's because we come home and we literally are, let's go!
Yeah,
like,
she's like our mate.
Yeah,
you know, we're mates, so I'm hoping. I mean, there's going to be a point where she probably hates her dad. Do you know what I mean? There's probably some.
There is that stage.
There is
apparently.
a stage when like, you're really uncool, and like whatever you say is rubbish.
I'm gonna be so annoying. I'm gonna be so bad.
But I'm hoping that as we go through them phases, that we're going to be like mates, and it won't be too much of an issue. And you know what? You know, I'm hoping that if we do the job right, I think a big key indicator of doing things right is when your kids want to
spend time with you.
When they're older. You know, they'll get in their early 20s or whatever, mid 20s, and they go, Dad, Mum, do you want to do this? Dad, do you want to do it? Dad, do you fancy going here? Why don't I come round and see it? And it's like, oh, right, that's the one.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah. That's 100%. The goal, is to make sure that your kids want to go out with you and do stuff with you when you're older.
Still be stupid when they're older and have a mess and not be bothered.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely.
I'm just thinking back to that. You've really tricked, like, as soon as a lad comes round, I'm going to ask the most annoying, awkward questions you can ever imagine. It's honestly, I keep thinking about obviously the Bad Boys clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that clip, and it's like, nah, I think honestly I'd just make someone absolutely squeal and not understand what the fuck I'm on about. That is my kind of goal.
Just be proper random.
Yeah. Ask them mad questions and see what it says and go, no. Whatever they say, even if it's good, no.
I mean, you can be awkward as well. You could easily make it really
I'd be awful. I will be awful with someone.
That would be so bad. That would be so bad.
We're going to have a little digress. Andrew.
Daniel.
It's my section now, bro. It's a random question section.
Random question.
Yeah. If you could have the answer to one thing in history, I'm going to ask Arky as well. If you could have the answer to one thing in history, what would it be? What do you want to know?
Right. I can get straight in on this.
What are you having, Arky?
How the pyramids are built.
How the pyramids are built.
That is a common one.
Gotta be.
Do you know what, for me?
Don't say underwater kingdoms again. Don't say underwater kingdoms, you've had it.
No. I'm really fascinated with corruption and like second guessing like the reason why things are the way they are. So like if you used to go back as far as you can, where did, you know, like control, like they say the world is run by a couple of families.
You mean Illuminati shit or Rothschild?
Illuminati, Rothschild shit. I would really love to know the reality of the genuine corruption and who actually is pulling the strings and how it's done and where it first started off with and why it was. Is it literally a handful of people saying, right, we want to control the world now. As we grow, we want to control this because things are set off for reasons. Wars are started. Like, I'd love to just know.
Wars and things happen for a reason. Things get set off because there's two other people fighting behind the scenes and wanting to get going.
Off the back of that,
I'd love to know that.
Do you not think there's a gap in history? So, if we could build the pyramids so many years ago, how did we end up
going backwards? You mean to huts and mud huts and peat villages?
Where's that gap and why?
What happened, Sam? What happened, pal?
Listen,
this
is the thing. Like we are told, How do we even know that history that's been written is right anyway? This is what I'm saying. Corruption. How do we even know that it's true? Because there's some guy writing a book about it.
Jesus.
Well, this is it. The religion thing. Like, how do we even know that what we've been told so far is even true? It's like, are they hiding something from us? You know what I'm saying? The UFO thing, the thing. We only what's the thing? They only know a certain percentage of the seafloor. No,
see, he's gone back to underwater kingdoms again. He's straight into underwater tunnels and that. Do you know what actually fascinates me on Insta? Have you seen it recently?
I can't see them being underwater tunnels, but do you know what I'm saying?
They're going exploring like hidden bunkers and that. You've seen that, like abandoned bunkers and stuff like that, but they're finding stuff in there that's fucking.
That's what I mean.
I like it. I don't even. It's creepy though.
It's rubbish what they're telling us anyway.
Pyramids though. We're talking about architect pyramids. How? Not manpower, lad.
What? I mean, mate, they had thousands of people doing it.
They weigh like a ton slab.
Pyramids. There's about 6 in the world which all line up, aren't they?
I've seen that. The tips all line up together.
Oh,
for what reason?
What do you mean?
UFOs. Well, why else are they going to meet up? Unless it's like a guidance or like navigation.
Mate. All of a sudden, it's just going to be like
unless it's a navigation.
Going to come down, lad.
That's a weird one, though. Don't know.
Go on, what would yours be?
Still, bro. Pyramids are up there. I don't know where Megalodon is, lad. He's chilling him. He's going to come back, Megalodon.
Oh, the big shark?
Yeah, the big shark. Yeah, the big sharks. Fucking Megalodon. Right. Great white sharks are sick.
No, they're not.
Great white sharks aren't sick.
No, sorry. Great white sharks are very good. But Megalodon isn't about...
Megalodon's real, bro.
Well, why would they keep it from us then?
Because there's how much the ocean's not been explored.
They're corrupt.
How much the ocean's not been explored.
I don't know.
So how do you know why Megalodon's not there?
Very
Chilling.
true. Very
right
true.
then. How do you know history's not real, bro?
Very true. Why are they looking out into space? Have you seen that clip? Right.
Oh, I'm not interested. Space doesn't get me, I'm not going to lie.
Right, listen to me now a second.
Dead.
The real, like, if somebody said, what are you scared of? This isn't a fear.
Space.
This isn't like a fear thing, like, I'm not like, oh, I'm frightened. But what really makes me go, oh, is infinity. Is how big it is out there. Have you seen the clip where they zoom out and zoom out and zoom out and zoom out?
I listened to it. Is it
Brian Cox?
Yeah, I listened to it on thing the other day. And it's to a fucking... Yeah. There's a question.
The size of a size
What happens
P.
when you die?
The size of a 5p on this huge photograph, and in that, and there's billions and billions of dots and dots and dots, billions of them, and you're like, wow. And then there's a tiny, tiny one there, and you go into it, and then it's our universe.
It's like,
But all the planets, yeah, but this isn't the whole universe, and that's just one section, and it's like all.
I can't understand it though. Every time I listen to Brian Cox and stuff like that, I can't understand it. It blows my head off.
Infinity
So I'd rather
is
not.
so concerning.
Yeah, and you're never going to understand it because it's never going to be figured out by the time you're dead.
I know, but how mad is it though?
I don't think it's worth wasting time on in my head because I'm never going to get there in my
You're
head.
a prick.
Oh, don't be like that. Come on.
Listen.
Don't be like that.
Does it not make you feel insignificant at times? It's like, what's the point? Because with this bit, what's the point? Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're so tiny. We think we're so important.
Fuck it all off.
We think we're so important. Our lives can be chaos at times. We think we're so important, and we're like literally this big, and there's
the universe.
infinity. We're sat in the
Behind
office
it.
right now, but do you know what I'm saying?
It's like Star Wars. You just need to fucking.
And what happens if just a planet just gets sucked away? It's
It
mad,
hasn't
isn't
yet.
it?
It hasn't in how many fucking billions of
I
years.
know, but are they not
But
keeping
what if
something
it
from?
is?
Are they not keeping something from us?
Come in, bro.
It's a bit heavy.
What happens when you die? That actually
What happens when you
baffles
die?
my head because there's so much going on now. How does this cease?
I've got like a real like
What?
Spartan 300 answer to that.
Go
And
on.
it's really cliche, but it makes me feel really good.
Don't say heaven.
Nah, I don't think there's heaven or hell, to be honest. This is my personal opinion as a, what do you call it?
What?
Disclaimer, my personal opinion. I'm not bothered about...
All views are
I'm not
under
bothered
him,
about
so-
heaven and hell. I'm not bothered about that kind of thing, right? I think when you die, if you've done good in your life... What's the line out of 300, out of Gladiator? What we do in life echoes in eternity. You know it, don't you?
Yeah.
Why do you know it? Because you believe it.
No, because Leonidas is a bad boy.
It's not the same film, but go on.
Whatever.
Anyway.
I thought you said 300.
It's in Gladiator.
Alright, so.
Anyway, I think, right, if you do a really good job of your life, you treat people very well, you've got the best intentions, you really smash your life, really
You
good.
go to Elysium, which is heaven. I mean, it's heaven.
I didn't
Lad.
say heaven. Stop
No, but
interrupting me.
Russell Crowe, i.e. Gladiator, is talking about heaven.
Alright, well,
When
if
he's
you let me
walking,
finish.
when he's walking through the fields looking at his family, bad boy film.
If you let me finish.
Sorry, mate.
If you do good in your life and you treat people well, you know all that good karma stuff, and you really push the boundaries of your physical, your mental, I honestly believe if you do that,
You go to heaven.
you don't
That is
go to heaven,
what you're going
you
to
don't go
say.
to heaven, you leave like your soul here, and you leave a good presence on earth. You don't go to heaven. When you're dead, you're stone cold, yeah, it's bosh, you're done,
Wow.
lights out. But
not
I
looking
believe
good,
if
bruv.
you've done a really good job of looking after the people around you and all that kind of stuff, yeah, it's like your name, what you've left behind, can carry on. Your soul is here, the lessons that you've taught is here, everything that you've done in your life remains here in a really positive way, and it can last for generations, or at least a couple of generations.
Let's mix history now.
There we go.
With what we were saying.
So back.
Who would you want to go and spend time as? Viking, Roman, Egyptian? Who would you want to be? I think that's a good question. Mate, Viking's a bad boy. Lad.
I mean, it wasn't a great life, was it? Having to hack people down with swords, running about fields eating potatoes.
Have you watched Vikings, lad?
No.
Watch Thingy Train though.
Romans are sick though, lad. Heavy.
I don't know.
Henry VIII killed it though, bro.
I mean, let's be honest. It's only the real pretty parts of that that's glorified.
Yeah, they had a pretty shit life.
Black Death, and fucking
I don't know, mate. When you look at Vikings, the programme, they live a pretty good lavish lifestyle.
Hollywood. Anyway,
I agree.
Thanks for your.
I don't think I'm done yet. Back to death and your like little fascination with heaven, but you keep calling it Elysium.
You've just made all that up. I just said if you do good, you treat people well, you lead by example, you do good things, you smash your life, you push the boundaries, you instill good lessons into your kids, your name will live on. Your name will live on. Your soul stays here. The lessons that you've taught remain. I love watching films where you know. No,
Yeah,
but I genuinely.
Underwater Kingdoms and that, like Deep Blue Sea.
I genuinely believe that. That is genuine. I'm being serious now. You asked me the question. What happens when you die? What are you? That's genuinely what I believe.
I don't think it can just be it. I don't know. It's always baffled.
I'm going to come back as a butterfly.
What would you come back as?
I'm going to come back as Ted. I'm going to come back as a dog.
Okay, scratching his balls.
What religion is... Get your balls out then.
Get balls out, Teddy Len.
What religion is that when they feel like they come back as like a spirit animal or whatever?
Know.
That's you. You think that.
What
you do?
Right, what animal would you come back as?
No, tell me what you... Tell me what you think.
I don't know, because it's baffled. I baffled my head for that long. I don't know what it could possibly be. I'd love to believe in the fact that you actually go to another place.
Where?
But, yeah, I know. What's in the sky?
I think I might go to Coventry. I think I go to the south of Wales. Where do you think you're going to go?
I don't know. Where do you think your soul's going to go?
It stays
Float
here.
around like Tinkerbell.
It stays here.
Moving around.
It stays here.
I don't know. It baffles my head every time.
When I die, I want to go to Barbados.
Bye-bye!
Like, what do you even mean?
I don't know, because what do you mean? What do you even mean? Because it's not a thing. Because you've no idea.
No, try and explain.
I can't. This is the point.
I won't go somewhere.
I'd like to believe there's not just this, but reality is, it probably is just it, isn't it? It's pretty depressing. I think I was talking about my uncle wicker basket caskets over there. The maddest combo ever on the way to the match.
Right, so where are you going to go then?
The earth, because you're going to rot into the ground, cocker.
And then where are you going to float
I don't
to?
know, mate. That's what baffles my head. That's what I'm trying to
This
say.
is the answer that you want to know.
Yeah, but no one has that answer.
And even if they did,
Sad.
could it be corrupt anyway?
Back to Rothschilds, back to Underwater Kingdoms, back to the pyramids.
Listen, this is my genuine thing now, right?
I want to float around like Tinkerbell, bro.
Whatever you want to believe.
You do you.
Whatever you want to believe to make yourself feel better and to be a good person, go and do that. I genuinely believe that. I don't care what religion you are, what skin colour you are, what your gender is, what anything is. I'm not interested in none of that. Whatever you want to believe to make yourself feel better and have, they call it hope or whatever, or be optimistic and be a good person. Whatever you want to believe, go for it. You know, like, because people say God, don't they? Like, I believe in God. Well, hopefully, believing in God will make you a better person, right? And make you treat people better. It'll give you some faith when you need it. It'll give you some hope when you need it. If you're feeling down, it gives you almost like, makes you feel better when you don't feel good, right? So you're praying to God.
It's not even just about having God. People have faith in something. And that's
It's
powerful.
just that, innit?
That's having faith in
something.
something. Yeah. And it's a sense of belonging to something.
Yeah.
That's why people go to church still. That's why people
Correct.
have that. From
Yeah,
a nan
yeah.
still goes. You know what I mean? Like, they've got something to belong to, which is nice.
And you know what?
It's quite nice.
It makes people feel better.
And it's actually a big community maker.
Yeah. It
Some
makes
of these people are
feel
lonely
better.
and they've got a belonging to something, like
Yeah.
a mission towards something, but they actually connect with other people who believe in the same kind of mission.
No, I'm into that. If you've got some of that,
Some of that.
if you've got some of that faith stuff.
We've got Tinkerbell when he dies, he'll be alright, he'll be flying around, lad. Anyway, we'll end with what we keep saying, guys, you live a life with no regrets. We have touched on it, but what does that
Live a
mean
life
to
with
you?
no regrets.
What does that mean to you, Andrew?
What does it mean? Well, I think at certain times throughout your life, you figure out things, don't you? Throughout your life. So if you said to me, have you got any regrets? Well, no, I've not, because even at the worst times or the bad decisions that I've made, whatever, you've always come out with a good lesson, right? You've always learned something from that situation, either to not do that thing again, or that you probably should have done it this way, or maybe try of that. Why did you do it that way? Whatever.
That's it.
Hello, boy. You know, but a life of no regrets for me is what we was talking about before. It's pretty much, you know, doing things on my terms because of what I believe in, because of what I want to leave for Freya, because of what I believe is right for the community, because I want to do for the team. Do you know what I mean? That live by the sword, die by the sword thing is what I'm about. It's hard to explain, isn't it? It's hard to explain you live a life with no regrets. Well, I just believe that I'm doing the best for people. I believe I'm doing the best for me. I believe I'm doing the best for you. I believe I'm doing the best for the team. I know exactly what I want out of my life. I know exactly what I want out of my business and my family. So it's almost like when you're doing that, you're not living, I don't know, it's tough, innit?
It's an hard question, that. I feel as long as I'm enjoying myself every day and the people around me are, I'm fairly happy with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not going to regret anything in that day. I don't know how to explain that living life.
I think if you used to categorise it, so for example, let's use training for example.
Yeah.
Living a life with no regrets. So right now we've touched on being injured, okay? And it's like, when I'm going to get fixed up properly, when I'm fixed up, I'm going to smash myself again.
Yeah.
As hard as I can.
With no regret.
Because I don't regret that, because I love this life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like anybody with half a brain cell go, do you know what? When you're fixed up, maybe you shouldn't do what you've done. And I'm like, no, live by the sword, die by the sword. I love this life. It brings me so much pleasure. It brings me routine. It brings me everything that I need. So I'm not going to regret the choices that I've made.
I think it's experiencing that much that I've not touched something. I've not had a go at something. I'd hate to get older, get more injured, get more broken with the knees, etc., and not have tried that.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, I know one of the lads said to me, he's like, why are you doing like 100? Your knees are blitzed, just fucking do cycling. He's like, no, because I'm not fulfilled.
Yeah,
I want to get fulfilled by doing something bigger again.
Yeah,
and that's always going to be that way. And I'll have more surgeries, and I'll keep doing stuff until I really physically can't. I'm not arsed. If I get to 50 and I'm just doing bench, at least I've done all the shit I wanted to do from a training point of view. And it's like people have scratched the itches in other realms, and that's cool. It's like I want to make sure I've done as much as I can by the time I'm 50, and then I'll probably just get on the bike and jump.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That'll be the way around it.
And I think with with each individual, like if you look at in business, do we have any business regrets? No, because it's just lessons learned. Yeah. And when you're genuinely just trying to get better, it's like they're touching on the failure thing. Like, do you fear failure? Well, no, because it's like I know I'm pushing, I know I'm trying hard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the same.
If you don't fail, you've probably never put yourself over the parapet, over into that kind of firing line to actually get.
We spoke about it with the boys, didn't we? At Red Hot.
Is privilege.
We spoke about it with the boys about that stuff. But you can look at it in every area. Like we just spoke about training there. I'm going to do it this way because it brings me pleasure. With business, it's just lessons learned. Do you know what I mean? When you've got good intentions and you genuinely care about people, and some things don't quite go right now and again, it's just like, right, we've learnt a lesson, let's make sure that we change things. And just don't make the same mistake 2-3 times. Like, you're just a dick if you're doing that. Just keep getting better, and when you've got a good community around you and everyone's on the same page, you trust me.
Yeah.
I trust you. If you make a mistake, I've got your back because you're a good guy, because you've got good intentions. We know that the path that we're on, if I drop a bollock, you're there for me. Yeah. And it's the same thing with our team and our people.
And we're going to do that all
me.
the time. You're always going to keep doing it. It's always going to happen.
And it's going to happen.
And
you know what we
you
do?
just make less of them as you get older.
Dust yourself off, let's go again.
It's like, we use Kenny as an example, one of my guys, and he was like, you are babies in this world. Yeah, absolute babies. Like, he's in his 60s still going. We're still in our early 30s-ish. Yeah. I'm still early, actually, to be fair, lad. So I bet. Yeah, sound. But he was like, you've babies in the game. Yeah. Like, I've got 30 odd years on you and I'm still making mistakes at this age.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sweet, don't worry about it.
It's the game, it's the game.
Once you hear that, you're like, right, it sounds.
Yeah, and at times people are winging it. You don't know what you're doing, you got to figure it out.
It's people you think are so switched on and they're just going through life going, fuck, see what happens. And that's why they get so far.
It's the way it is.
That
was a great question.
We went off on it's fine.
A few tangents
It doesn't matter, that's what we do.
Brilliant. The
Thank you very much, guys.
Are off.
Really scatty ending. Yeah. Subscribe, share the ting.
Any questions, any topics
Fire
you want
away.
us to go through?
We will go through anything. Comment below. Yeah, let us know what you want to say or what you want us to go through. Any little quotes you want to dig into. Any questions that I can ask. Underwater Kingdom King. Yeah, and we're good to go. Hashtag. Yeah. The shirts are off, pal. Just the shirts are off.